everybody, it's Jason, Zombie Collector. Thanks for popping back over. I have a movie to talk about today, Rat Race. Now, this movie I hardly ever hear anyone talk about. I believe it came out in 2001, so what is that, almost 20 years ago at this point? So it'll be 20 years ago next year. So 19 years, this came out. Now, maybe it came out during all of the 9/11. Now that I think about it, it might have something to do with it. I'm not for sure. But this is a remake, a reimagining of, I believe, a Mad World from back, I want to say, in the 60s. And I love that movie. I don't know much about it. I have seen it. That movie had, like, literally every comedian under the sun that was hot during the 60s. A lot of them just showed up for just like a quick cameo. Sometimes you might not even knew they were even there. You were just like they were there and then they were gone. You didn't even know that they actually were even in the movie. But that movie was pretty funny. I think maybe in the 60s sensibilities that was probably way more funny. But modern day you're kind of like, it has some moments. And I honestly, to my knowledge, I've never seen that until more recently, in the last year or two. I did catch it, but it was because of this movie. Because somebody had said either because it is reality, it really is based off of that movie as a reimagining or a remake with everything changed, or not. But that movie, we're not talking about that, we're talking about Rat Race. So Rat Race, as you can see here, has also an all-star cast of comedians. Some that are still well-known, some not so much, and some have went on to do quite a bit other directions, I guess you can say. You have, let me just read off the list here. Rowan Atkinson, which everybody knows is Mr. Bean. John Cleese from, Mighty Python fame. Whoopi Goldberg, which is funny because Whoopi Goldberg started out as a comedian and then kind of got some serious roles middle of her career and then kind of went back into this. And then I honestly can't think of a movie Whoopi Goldberg's been in like a decade or two. I'm sure she's had bit parts. I know she showed up on Glee for a season or two as one of the professors at the college or something. But I don't really think of Whoopi Goldberg anything except The View nowadays. Cuba Gooding Jr., he's in some of his own hot water. But again, Cuba Gooding Jr. kind of, he has some more serious roles in the recently. He did play in Machete Kills, which was great. He was in that. He was in a action movie I really liked. I really dug. He played, I believe, an assassin. That was really good. That came out maybe in the last 5 years, but he's added some of his own problems. You also have in here Seth Green, and I believe Seth Meyer, or Breckenmeyer. But Seth Green, Robot Chicken fame. He was in, the Austin Powers movies as Dr. Evil's son. Fantastic actor. He was in, I believe, Buffy. He's in lots of different stuff. I really like Seth Green. He's pretty hilarious. Breckenmeyer. Also, you have Kathy Najimy, which is Sister Act fame and Hocus Pocus. She's great in this. I really like her. You also have John Lovitz, which, again, now he's... John Lovitz was such a great comedic actor who was on Saturday Night Live. He did lots of stuff in the 90s, I thought. He did lots of cameos or like small roles in cinema. I think he's definitely underutilized or he's kind of looked over, but I've always enjoyed him in movies. He is hilarious in this. Literally, I think he outshines everybody. I think they should have gave him more of the movie. Every time he's in the scene, he cracks me up. I watched this movie a half a dozen times at least over the years, and every time I see his stuff, I'm just always like, oh my gosh. Him and Rowan Atkinson in this. And then, lastly, you have Amy Smart, who you would know from, the movies with Jason Statham, where he's, trying not to die from some kind of heart issues. What is it called? Crash? Or I can't remember. It's something like that. I can't remember. But anyways, she plays his girlfriend. A person who's not mentioned in this, but who's also in here, he has a small part, is the guy from Jurassic Park, who plays the doctor in there, who is like, no one cares. He's also in, he's Neiman. Is it Neiman? on Seinfeld. Oh shoot, what is his name? I need to. Is it gonna show me? It doesn't show me. Shoot, what is his name? I'm hating myself right now. Tell me below this in the bottom there what his name was. Gosh, but he's in Jurassic Park. He plays like the scientist. When the guy's like, don't tell anybody. He's like, hey, over here we have all these dinosaurs in these little cans. He's like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Tag nabbit. Wayne Knight. There we go. Wayne Knight. So guys, the short of it is, the premise of the movie is that John Cleese is an eccentric billionaire in Las Vegas, and he got all his billionaire friends around, and they, instead of, there's like their idea, there's nothing left to gamble on anymore. We've run out of all the fun things to gamble on. It's all predictable. It's no longer fun. What is there to do? So they create this game, this rat race, and pick like 8 people randomly out of John Cleese's hotel casino, random, and that they will have the opportunity to win $1 million, I believe, like 500 miles away in like Nevada, somewhere in Nevada. They're somewhere in some small town in Nevada, I think. Well, I don't know if it's Nevada, New Mexico, maybe it's New Mexico. And so the only thing is that they have to get, whoever gets there first gets the money. So all of them at first can't believe this is a real thing. This eccentric billionaire is like, all you gotta do is just go. So the very beginning of the movie, they're like eating this like luxurious buffet he's putting on in his like penthouse suite, and he tells them the premise: there's $1 million waiting for you at this train station in New Mexico. Whoever the only catch is, there is no catches. Go. And they're all like, now, what do you mean by go? And he's like, whoever gets there first becomes a millionaire, and go. They're like, but when you said whoever gets there first, there'll be money there, and we get to keep the money? So he pulls out a gun, he shoots the gun, and they all take off. So the very beginning is them all like trying to say they're not going to do it, they're not going to go. They think it's just a scam. But of course, no one can handle the idea of thinking they're not going to be able to possibly get $1 million, so they all take off running. And there is, of course, shenanigans all around involving each one of the characters. Kathy Bates shows up in this. She's a hoot in here. She's a squirrel whisperer, if you catch my drift. And she has some funny interactions with Whoopi Goldberg. And if you think about it, 2 Oscar winners have this little throwaway scene in this movie. Whoopi Goldberg, Kathy Bates. It's something to be seen. I tell you that. John Lovitz, like I was telling you about, he's like drugging his family. They're trying to outrun Nazis. They're trying to outrun a lesbian biker gang. He shows up in a World War II veterans a festival parade, and he does some shenanigans. I mean, it is out of this world, guys. If you've not seen this movie, I highly recommend it. I mean, you have Wayne Knight and Rowan Atkinson doing some hilarious stuff with a heart transplant that he's taking from point A to point B. Oh my gosh, guys, it's funny. Rowan Atkinson, he plays like the whole like more physical comedy. He apparently has narcolepsy, and so he'll be all like, and he's supposed to be Italian, so he's playing this like real over the top Italian accent. He's calling things like cocktail weenies when they're like the little hors d'oeuvres. He's like, ooh, they're cocktail weenies, and it's just every little thing in this movie, I just find it hilarious. So guys, Rat Race, check it out. If you've seen it, let me know. Am I wrong? Tell me, Jason, you're wrong. This movie sucks. It's not funny. It was never funny. The jokes are outdated, blah, blah, blah. Let me know. If you've seen the movie and you like it, tell me why. For the reasons I mentioned below, or already on here, or tell me why below. If you've not seen it, please, I encourage you. This movie you can find almost anywhere for like $1. This is not a hard movie to find. It's super easy to find. I found this actually for $1 at a flea market, not even trying to look for it. It's one of those movies that was made, like I said, early odds, but no one's talking about it anymore. So guys, this is Rat Race. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you will watch it, and I really do appreciate any comments below, pro or con, for the movie Rat Race. Until next time, peace.